Last week I put up a community post asking the question that if you only had one EMP shield, but you had two specific vehicles to choose from, one being a 2000 four-wheel drive pickup, the other being a 2014 24-foot RV, which would you choose? And 214 of you responded, and the clear winner was the pickup truck. 68% of you chose the pickup, and 32% chose the RV. The ideal scenario for us would be to have both of those vehicles with EMP shields on them, and at some point that will be the case. But for right now, we just have the one unit, and that unit will be getting installed on the RV. Yeah, Rebecca and I discussed this at length, and I think that it was a pretty easy decision for us. But when I started to kind of analyze it, I looked at it in different areas, in different situations and scenarios. And I broke it down in basically like three different type of possibilities. One being business as usual. Nothing's changed with regard to how things are in society and our living conditions and all of those sort of things. Which vehicle would we prefer? The other would be if something were to happen where everything is still stable within society, but we have a disruption to our living arrangement, which would we prefer? And the last being if for some reason or another we had a disruption in society where it was one of those types of situations where you might need to leave your residence, bug out, if you will. I find that to actually be the least likely of the scenarios, but it would be, I guess, irresponsible of me not to at least consider it since it's something that's happened before in history. With regard to business as usual, the pickup would far and away be the choice for us because it would just be more mobile. It would have more utility and function on our property. However, we're home most of the time anyhow. So it's not like we're looking at it from the standpoint of if we had an EMP and we're away from our house, that we would need to be able to get back to our house, because for the majority of the time, we're here already. The nice thing about having the motorhome is that it is actually a vehicle as well. So we could, if we needed to putt around town or we needed to go into town, we could easily do that. The second one is actually kind of a pretty likely scenario for a lot of people, that they wind up either having their house burned down or something happens to their home where they need to be out of it. And that's one of the things that our motorhome is used for. We have that set up in a way that if something were to happen, we would be able to have a lot of the supplies that we would need. It's already currently locked and loaded on that vehicle. So that's a very important vehicle to us for that reason. It's the catastrophic home issue. The RV is, for us, just a clear winner. The last scenario is if we had to leave here and there was some kind of civil disturbance or something like that where we did not want to remain in our house. Again, the clear winner there is the RV, because that's set up as a secondary type residence for us where we can leave this property, head to a location not that far from here that's paved all the way to it, and have access to 1,000+ acres. So again, guys, no right or wrong answers. This was purely our choice based on our situation, and I appreciate everybody participating in our little thought experiment. Hopefully it sparked a few ideas, and if you didn't see that earlier video that I did on EMP Shield, I'll link to it here. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing.